Here's Kay Brown with the latest PooCast podcast news.
There's outrage. We love a bit of outrage in the country's top northwest after community leaders in Jarrajin, 200 kilometres north of Broome on the Dampier Peninsula, banned an Aussie tradition, the sausage sizzle.
What?
Oh, no.
Sausage sizzle. The CEO of the Jarrajin, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm sure someone will correct me, Aboriginal Corporation Board says the ban isn't about making life tougher, but rather about insisting that visiting organisations bring healthier food options to help fight rising levels of obesity and diabetes, with all the health problems that type 2 creates if sufferers don't improve their eating and exercise habits. Now, CEO Nathan McIver said sausages are an unhealthy processed meat full of salt, and they want to encourage more chicken and salad or steak and salad and drinking water rather than soft drinks. What do you think? Ban the mystery bags? What's next? Pies? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm thinking I get the idea behind it, but the logistics of it, I mean, I have been at a Bunnings sausage sizzle, and yeah, it's a lot of work. So how do you actually change that to healthy foods?
Well, it's an educational thing, isn't it, as well? What's good for you, what's not good for you, and maybe providing some samples, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think, the word's getting out at supermarkets and our suppliers that people are interested in more low-carb foods and healthier options. So there's normal sausages and low-fat ones, etc., etc. So maybe there's room. Maybe they don't have to go the whole hog. However, in Victoria, the Greater Dandenong Council is proposing to phase out deep-fried foods with a switch to healthier air fryers, which use less oil. Local sporting clubs, including Doveton Football and Netball Club, reckon they couldn't make enough chips in those tiny air fryers for customers and they'd lose money. They've suggested the council can take their air fryer plan and... Oh, yeah.
Maybe they should make bigger air fryers.
Maybe they should. Mind you, I'd like to know what kind of oil most hot chips are cooked in.
Well, that's the big thing, isn't it? This is what people don't understand and we're learning about as we go along. Yeah.
We're talking about finding out where our fish comes from when we go to a restaurant, place of origin. Is it Australian? What about the oils that are being used? Is it really healthy, beautiful oil grown here in Australia, or is it the cast-off stuff from when they make the good stuff overseas and then they put the leftovers and flog it off to people making hot chips? Now, just when you thought the TikTok trend for enticing people to do crazy things was over, there's a new in thing. A nutritionist is saying it could be putting young women at risk of organ failure and even early dementia. It's called doing a girl dinner. And Gen Z females are leaping online to demonstrate how little they can eat at mealtimes. Some examples seen on the app include a plate of pickles, nothing else, a glass of diet soft drink, or even just a glass of ice cubes. Apparently it's not about saving money. They're trying to copy online influencers who claim girl dinners keep them thin.
Oh, dear.
In fact, trained nutritionists say anyone following this trend will find starvation triggers a hormone called ghrelin, which tells your body it's starving and to save as much fat as possible to survive. The upshot of that is any kilos you lose while, just having ice cube dinners will go back on, plus lots more.
I actually prefer a little bit of rosé with my ice cubes. But, look, seriously, the problem is that it causes mental health issues as well as dieting things. And look at me. And it's like, I still haven't lost enough weight. I've got to eat less. All that.
Yeah. They worked out after all the hoo-ha over the low-fat debacle, when we were all put on low-fat diets about 30 years ago, that our brains are made of fat and they need fat to function. Not good.
No.
I just wonder how they actually last that long without food. Go past lunchtime, 2 or 3 o'clock, and I'm dying for some sort of food.
It's not quite intermittent fasting, is it?
No.
It's total fasting.
And
Starvation.
stupid.
Yeah.
Did I say stupid out loud? I did. Okay, as lastly, has anyone noticed a bit of a whiff in the air? Like personal body odour? If so, then we can suggest a possible reason thanks to some data that fell off the back of a truck. conveniently into the hands of the Australian newspaper, revealing internal Coles supermarket data showing people are cutting back on purchases. Not everything. It shows that in the 12 months to the end of May this year, ordinary soap and body wash sales have dropped 33.3%. Yeah. And that's not all. Apparently the efforts to slow inflation by the Reserve Bank are slowly working, of course, so they say, but people are having to choose what they go without. And for a third of the population, it's soap, body wash, and even disinfectants.
No.
Meaning rising costs are not just hitting our hip pockets, but our armpits too, as well as other body parts.
Oh, no.
Wow. I can understand people cutting back, but you've got to keep
There's-
personal health.
That's,
Keep personal,
nice.
especially girls.
Oh, hang on. I'm thinking about the boys.
Okay.
Yeah. And smelly feet, let alone smelly armpits and any other bits in between that are smelly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Be interesting to see.
Like to hear other people's opinions. Don't forget to get back in touch with us if you've had a personal experience of excessive BO around you.
Absolutely. You can comment on the our Facebook page, the Poocast Podcast, or just go to our website, poocast.com.au.